Yeah.
So to do all these activities, we'll be covering some part of finance. Here completely supply chain process is going on. For doing the
Yeah.
supply chain management, as if you know, I think so, general ledger modules means how do we do this accounting structure, means if you are doing some purchase order, to which
Okay.
means which GL code it should affect. Either it
Okay.
should affect my liability, asset, expense, income. You know this, right?
No,
Are you
actually, I'm
aware of
not
this?
into finance part. You have to deeply teach me regarding this. Whatever supply chain you told already, I know. But finance part, little I'm whatever the terms you're going to use will be new for me.
But you know about this for doing this activity, we'll be maintaining some account
Yeah,
where,
yeah, that I know. Yeah.
yeah. So
Uh,
I'm just interlinking that because you need to
okay.
understand if I'm using some words, and if you're not
Uh,
understanding that, let me know so that I can
sure.
interrelate it.
Okay. Okay.
It would be easier for you to understand. So what
Okay.
we'll do, purchase order. Then purchase order should be my expense. Means I'm
Yes,
doing
correct.
this. So this expense, I'm spending some amount on my goods. So it
Yes.
is a like expense now. So expense
Okay.
should come under one code.
Okay.
And if I'm purchasing some fixed assets,
Okay.
sorry, some goods which is used within my office only, like chair, laptop, that comes under one code. One means that will be maintained in one code. This for 6-digit number or 10-digit number, whatever we maintain, that is called general ledger codes. Okay, that
Okay.
we will
Okay.
be maintaining. And whether it is liability or asset or expense, income, revenue, this all
Okay.
comes under this general ledger module. So according
Okay.
to that, we will be configuring in the
Uh-huh.
system.
Okay.
And yeah, and even we use accounts payable. There are some setups in accounts payable. Even in accounts payable means
Okay.
accounts payable means, what do you understand? The accounts, what do we
Okay.
pay?
Okay.
And what do we pay means where we will be paying this accounts, to the vendor. Accounts means amount paying.
Okay.
So here we can create a vendor within the accounts payable, and we will be making some setups here,
Okay.
some setups, so that
Okay.
it would be means there should be, we will be maintaining some number sequence, some other workflow things, means manager or all these things. We'll be doing some configuring in accounts payable. Similarly, if you are maintaining some customer, your accounts receivable means accounts receiving means from the customers we will be receiving the account. Here also we will be having some codes. GL code means that comes under general ledger, but that we will be maintaining in the accounts
Okay.
receivable. And how is this sales report, and um, what and all customers are on hold, and what and all the number sequence we should maintain in the customer, for the customers. For each and every vendor, purchase order, or customer, we need to understand this is for customer, this is a number sequence. This is for the vendor, I'll be maintaining this kind of vendor number sequence. By
Okay.
seeing that, we should understand this is customer invoice, this is vendor invoice. For
Okay.
that also we will be maintaining some
Okay.
number sequence that we will be
Okay.
configuring in accounts
Okay.
payable or accounts receivable. And
Okay.
cash and bank management. Now the actual financing will be done. So here what we will be configuring, here we will be configuring, if you are paying some amount to the vendor, we will not directly pay him the cash, right? We will be having his bank account number, we'll be asking him the bank account number, that we will be configuring in the system. According to that, we will be doing NEFT or IMPS according to the system, I mean, according to the agreement what we made with the customer. That we will
Okay.
be making some setups in the cash and bank management.
Okay.
So these are all the modules we will be covering.
Okay.
And additional features we will be knowing workspaces. In the dashboard, within the dashboard, we have some workspaces there that we will be discussing, and even workflow approvals. Okay, now we configure some workflows within the system. Means if you're for example, if you're in a company and you're manager, only manager, and company CEO is also there, and for your manager, for company CEO, there are two steps ahead again, two more managers to reach your CEO. Okay, and you are a manager. Under you, if you are having 10 people to you do your activity, you require three laptops which are short. What do you do first? First, you will ask your manager, Baba, I required three laptops because three people are lack of three laptops and they are not doing the work. First, you get approval from your manager, right? Then your manager will send this information to the finance department. Baba,
Okay.
I require three laptops to do this activity. So that approval part, what and all there, no, that we will be configuring in the workflows.
Okay.
This is workflows. And even we use attractive user interface and use and how this is user friendly UI features and Microsoft Excel. So this all we do in data management. Means if you wanted to create a multiple vendors at the same time, then what we do, we create, means in the system we'll download a template. According to that template, we'll fill the information and we'll upload of data of 100 vendors. Then system by defaultly it creates 100 vendors at the same time. Here your time is saved. Only Excel work, no, only Excel work, it takes maximum 10 to 15 minutes. Not each and every setup you go and do all this activity in the Excel, we can directly upload it. So that's the reason it's very much easy. And here the overview of the product information. Here we create in the product information, we define the products, we release that products, and release product maintenance. Means if you are creating some product, it would be saved in the globally. Means if you are having multiple entities, multiple organizations in one URL, no, one URL, you can develop multiple organizations URL. Means client link, Microsoft is providing us link. So for example, I take Reliance. Okay, Reliance is a big company. Within the Reliance, I have different companies, right? For trends, I have different. For footwear, I have different. For digital, I have different. For supermarket, I have different. Means these are all different activities, but comes under Reliance only,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So what I
Yeah.
do here, I'll create in that same URL, I'll create different entities by giving different names. That I'll show you how we will be doing it in the
Okay.
next class. That in the
Okay.
next class only we'll be discussing. And what as if I mentioned procurement and sourcing, I gave in the over digital view of explaining it. So here what we will do in procurement and sourcing, first we will be enabling the vendor. Our vendor collaboration also we will be doing it, and through vendor collaboration we will be doing request for quotation. I said you request, no, request for quotation according to the purchases, means price what we'll be having, then we'll be choosing this vendor and we'll be doing the purchase order. So similarly we'll have this all activities within the purchase order again. And if we are having some products here, order products, then how do we maintain and create purchase order, convert into the purchase order, and purchase order change management, and how do we confirm all this activity, register process, and product receipt, delivery. The same way, how do we do all these activities within this purchase order is mentioned here.
Okay.
And similarly, and what and all are integrated to the purchase order now.